Hello, good morning, everyone. Today we'll go through some more problems that are related to uh, dual air standard cycle. So that we will wait for another 2 minutes so that the students can join up the class. Okay, we'll wait for another 2-3 minutes. Okay, today we'll go through another problem that is related to dual combustion cycle. So we'll go with the third problem. Okay, the problem statement is something like this. It is audible, no? It is audible.
Sir,
It is audible, all of you. Huh? हेलो, कैसा तो चल रहा है? सुनाई दे रहा है? Prashant Kumar, then Ilyas Mullah. It is audible, no?
yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So now we'll go with this problem. So as you can see, it is a air standard dual cycle. So dual combustion cycle it is, which uses 1 kg of air and has a compression ratio of 14. So 14 is the compression ratio and 1 kg of air is being used here. So the pressure and temperature at the beginning of the adiabatic compression are 1 bar and 30 degrees Celsius. So at point number one of a PV diagram and TS diagram, the pressure is 1 bar and the temperature is 30 degrees Celsius, or we can say it is 303 Kelvin. 303 Kelvin. So at point 1, temperature is 303 Kelvin. That is nothing but the 30 degrees Celsius, and pressure is 1 bar. The temperature at the end of the constant volume and constant pressure heat addition. So temperature values are given here at the end of the constant volume. So at the end of the constant volume means it is point number 3. If you observe the PV diagram carefully, you will come to know the temperature at the end of the constant volume. So it is point number 3, and constant pressure heat addition R. So what is that? At constant volume, the point is 3, and at constant pressure, the point is 4 on the PV diagram. So here in these two processes, heat addition is taking place. So what is that problem statement? The temperature at the end of the constant volume and constant pressure heat addition are 1200 degrees Celsius and 1500 degrees Celsius. So the temperature values are given for point number 3 and 4 on the TS diagram. Okay, so at TS diagram, the temperature at constant volume, point number 3 indicates the temperature at constant volume, and point number 4 indicates temperature at constant pressure. So I will show you the PV diagram, then you can easily understand that part. Okay. Okay. So I will show you the TS diagram and as well as PV diagram of the previous problem I will show you. So it is similar to this only. Okay. So as you can see, this is the PV diagram. So as you can see, this point 2 to 3 is the constant volume process. So during this process, the maximum temperature is how much? It is 1200 degrees Celsius. So point number 3 here you can see. So at here, this point number 3 indicates temperature at the end of the constant volume. So you can see here, this is the constant volume process on the PV diagram, that is 2 to 3, and this point 2 to 3, here the temperature is increasing, right, from 2 to 3. So this is a constant volume cycle. As you can see, V is equal to C here, it has been constant. So T3 value is given, that is 1200 degrees Celsius. And what is the problem statement continuation? The temperature at the end of the constant volume is T3, and constant pressure. and constant pressure. So this is the constant at the end of the constant pressure. So point number 4 will be the constant pressure point, right? Point number 4. And here the temperature, as you can see here on PV diagram also, that is on TS diagram, this is point number 4, indicates heat addition at constant pressure. So you can see P is equal to constant here, pressure is equal to constant. Okay, so this is the how you have to understand what it is been given in the problem. As you can see here, the pressure at the end of the constant volume and constant pressure. Unless and until if you are not familiar with the PV diagram and along with that TS diagram, it is very hard to understand what actually it is given in the problem. Okay, so here these two values have been given, 1200 degrees Celsius and 1500 degrees Celsius. So here calculate QS. QS is nothing but the heat supplied. QS stands for heat supplied. QR stands for heat rejected. QR stands for heat rejected. Then work done, right? Then efficiency, air standard efficiency or thermal efficiency of or dual combustion cycle. So here the values have given for CP and CV. CP is equal to 1.01 and CV is equal to 0.716, right? So here we need to calculate what is to be calculated here: heat supplied, then heat rejected, work done, and air standard efficiency. So these 4 unknowns are to be calculated. Okay, now we'll go with the solution part of this. Okay, so here the mass flow of the air is 1 kg. Compression ratio is given, that is 14. Already it is given, mentioned. Then pressure is 1 bar at point number 1. If you go through the PV diagram, you'll come to know 1 bar is the P1 pressure and T1 temperature is 30 degree plus 270. So this temperature is also given. Pressure and temperature at point number 1 is already mentioned. After that, T3 and T3 is given here. T3 is equal to how much? That is 1200 degrees Celsius plus 273. It will be 1473 Kelvin, right? At constant volume process T3 maximum temperature, and at constant pressure process T4, right? Maximum temperature is T4 is 1500 degrees Celsius plus 273. It will 1773 Kelvin, 1773 Kelvin. Okay, so this is the given data. You have to extract it properly without any confusion. Okay, you understood now this how T3 and the T4 has been extracted, right? So T3 is a constant volume pressure, constant volume temperature at constant volume at the end of the constant volume process, and T4 is the temperature at the end of constant pressure process, right? Since it is a dual combustion process, heat is been added at constant volume. Some part of the heat is added at constant volume and some part of the heat is added at constant pressure. Okay, so now from the process 1 to 2, okay, if possible you note down this better you note down this PV diagram. So because so this is very much required, right? From 1 to 2, what are the processes and all. So all of you please go through the go through this theory part that is related to PV and TS diagram. Unless and until you won't understand this, what are the processes actually that are taking place and how to form the equation for those. Okay, so please go through the theory part of this. It is very important. So from 1 to 2 process, it is a adiabatic compression process that is taking place in case of this dual combustion cycle. 1 to 2 process is the adiabatic compression process. So here T2 by T1 is equal to R raised to gamma minus 1. So this is a fixed equation, right? So this is the fixed equation for all the cycles, right? Now, right from your Carnot cycle, or it may be Otto cycle, diesel cycle. This is the fixed equation. So from this equation, we know the value of R. Value of R is known. Compression ratio is there. It is already known. It is already given. It is 14. It is 14. We know the value of gamma. Gamma is nothing but Cp by Cv, right? You can calculate because Cp and Cv values are given. Okay, so you will get the gamma value as 1.4 only. We also know the value of T1. T1 is already given. So 30 degree plus 273, 303 degree Kelvin. So from this equation, I can easily calculate the temperature T2. So T2 is equal to, just substitute the values here. T2 is equal to 303 into 14 raised to 1.4 minus 1. So T2 is equal to 870.75 Kelvin. Okay, so this is nothing but the temperature T2, right? Temperature T2 on the PV diagram. Okay, so why it is required? Because so to calculate this heat supplied, so we require this T2 here, right? That's why we need to calculate this T2. Okay, so already T3 is given. Along with that, T4 is also given. T3 and T4 are given, whereas T2 is not given in the problem. So for that, we need to calculate T2. Okay, one more is there, that is T5. As you can see, heat rejected, we need to calculate heat rejected. So for heat rejected, T5 is required here. T5 is required. So for that purpose, we have to go with this T5, right? T5 को भी हमको निकालना है, right? Along with that, one more thing is that for work done equation, or we can say okay, work done efficiency equation. The efficiency is given by work done divided by heat supplied. So for heat supplied, this is the equation, and for heat rejected, this is the equation. Work done is the difference of heat supplied and heat rejected. Okay, no problem. Okay, now we need to calculate this order T5. T5 is to be calculated because T5 is required here for heat rejected, right? To calculate this T5, this is the equation for T5. As you can see, this is the equation. T5 is equal to, right? This is the equation. T5 is equal to T4 divided by Re raised to gamma minus 1, right? So this Re is nothing but expansion ratio, right? Expansion ratio. So this is the expansion ratio. It is given by R divided by, expansion ratio is given by R divided by rho, right? R divided by whole raised to gamma minus 1 it is. So it is the reverse of the reciprocal of this. So since it is at denominator part, no? So that's why we have taken the reciprocal of this. So it is R by rho. R is equal to R by rho. So in previous problem, we have solved that. Okay, so you just go through that part, you will come to know that part. Okay, so here rho is, what is this rho? Rho is nothing but the cutoff ratio. So it is given by T4 by T3. T4 by T3 is the cutoff ratio. So we'll first calculate that cutoff ratio. We know the value of T4, right? It is already given 1773, and T3 value is also given, that is 1473. Okay, you take the ratio of these two, you'll get the cutoff ratio as 1.2, right? Now from the process 4 to 5, from the process 4 to 5 on the TS diagram, right? So this T5 by T4 is equal to 1 divided by expansion ratio Re raised to gamma minus 1. Okay, this is the expansion ratio. So expansion ratio can be written as Re is equal to just you remember, just you note down that Re is equal to Re raised to gamma minus 1 is equal to R raised to gamma minus 1 divided by rho raised to gamma minus 1. Okay, this is the equation for expansion ratio, right? So R stands for compression ratio, R stands for compression ratio, R stands for expansion ratio, and rho stands for cutoff ratio, right? Okay, so now you just substitute these values here and you replace this Re by R by rho, right? Re by R by rho. So you will get and substitute these values here. So T4 is equal to, sorry, T5 is equal to, T4 is how much? 1773 multiplied by rho is 1.2 divided by compression ratio is 1.4, sorry, 14. Compression ratio is 1.14, sorry, 14 raised to, it is gamma minus 1. Gamma value is already 1.4, 1.4 minus 1 it is. Okay, so operate the calculator properly, you will get T5 is equal to the 663.63 Kelvin, 663.63 Kelvin. You will get this much of this much Kelvin of T5, right? T5 on the TS diagram. Okay, so we have calculated T2. Along with that, we have calculated T5. Okay, now we will substitute these values in heat supplied. So here, as you know, during a dual combustion process, heat is added at two processes, at constant volume process as well as at a constant pressure process, right? From 2 to 3, we are adding the heat, as I can show you in I will show you this in TS diagram. I will go with the previous problem TS diagram. So it is similar. So this is the TS diagram and this is the PV diagram and TS diagram. So you can see here heat is added. So this is a PV diagram for dual combustion cycle, right? Heat is added during 2 to 3 process. Along with that, heat is added during 3 to 4 process. So during the process 2 to 3, heat is added. How? At constant volume. As you can see, the volume is constant here. So at x-axis volume is there. So this volume is constant. The line represents 2 to 3, right? Plus heat also been added during the process constant pressure, right? That is 2 to 3, 3 to 4 now. Heat is added during the process 3 to 4, 3 to 4. This is constant pressure lining, as you can see here. This is constant pressure. P3 is equal to P4, right? Similarly, here V2 is equal to V3, right? This is constant volume, whereas this is constant pressure. So heat is added at 2 points here, right? During the process 2 to 3 as well as during the process 3 to 4. Okay. So now we'll go with this. Okay. So here heat supplied. So this is the equation mCV into T3 minus T2. So this is the equation for constant volume process, right? Plus mCp into T4 minus T3. This is the equation for constant pressure process. Heat is been added during constant pressure process. Heat is been added during constant volume process. Okay. So now substitute these values here. Now substitute these values. You will get, now substitute these values. So mass of the air is 1 kg. CV oil value already given 0.716. T3 is 1473 minus 870.75. Plus again, mass flow rate of air is 1 multiplied by Cp is 1.01. T4 value 1773 minus T3 1473. Okay, operate the calculators. You will get QS is equal to, or heat supplied is equal to 734.21 kilojoules. Okay, so this is how we need to calculate heat supplied. Heat supplied. Similarly, heat rejected. So heat rejected is given by, okay, mCV into T5 minus T1. Okay, so where the heat is being rejected in case of this dual combustion cycle, if you go through the PV diagram, so as you can see here, during the process 5 to 1, during the process 5 to 1, heat is being rejected, right? And heat is being rejected at constant volume here, right? In constant volume process. So you can see here. So V1 is equal to V5. V1 is equal to V5, and at same time, heat is being expelled out of the engine. If it is a IC engine, heat is being expelled out of the engine during. So at the end of the expansion stroke. This is the expansion stroke, right? 4 to 5 is the expansion stroke. So at when the piston is at the bottom dead center, so this exhaust valve will be opened, and whatever the burnt gases are there, it is being thrown out, right? So heat is being rejected during the process 5 to 1, right? So for that, we have to write the equation. How we are going to write the equation? You can see here. So QR is nothing but the heat rejected. QR is nothing but heat rejected. So it is given by mCV, right? mCV, CV because it is constant volume process, into bracket T5 minus T1, T5 minus T1. So M is 1 kg, mass flow of air is 1 kg multiplied by 0.716 into bracket T5 663.63 minus 303. So substitute all the values and operate the calculator. You will get 258.2 2 kilojoules per kg. Okay, so this much will be the heat rejected. This much will be the heat rejected. Okay, now work done is equal to, it is the difference of heat supplied and heat rejected. This work done is given by heat supplied minus heat rejected. Heat supplied minus heat rejected. So this is the equation for work done. Just substitute the values here. Substitute the values, you will get work done as 475.6. 475.6. This is the net work done during the process, or during the one cycle, So 475.6 kilojoules per kg. Okay. Now last part is it is the air standard efficiency. We need to calculate air standard efficiency. So the air standard efficiency can be calculated. It is the ratio of work done divided by heat supplied, right? So we have calculated the work done equation, or value for work done, that is 475.6, right? 475.6 is the value of work done divided by heat supplied. So heat supplied value is also, it has been calculated. Heat supplied value is also been. Okay, now just substitute the values over there, right? So any efficiency equation is given by work done divided by energy supplied, work done divided by heat supplied, or it is the ratio of output to input. Output is what? Work done. Input is what? Heat supplied or energy supplied. So here it is, work done is 475.9 divided by 734.2. So total you are getting the efficiency of 0.648 decimal in terms of decimal. If you multiply with 100, you will get 64.8%. 64.8% is the efficiency of this cycle. Okay. So this is one of the easiest problems. So again, this problem, it has been asked in your external, whatever the problems which we are dealing. So all the problems have been asked in your external. So very simple problem it is, right? So even the process is also very short. Okay. So please, all of you go through these problems. These problems are very simple. Only thing is practice is required, and some memory work is required. थोड़ा सा याद रखने का जरूरत है यहाँ पे कुछ इक्वेशंस को. अगर एडियाबेटिक कॉम्प्रेशन है तो क्या इक्वेशन आएगा? So that no doubt you already studied that in your BTD part. Adiabatic expression, what is the work done equation? That you already studied. It is the extension of those processes only, what you have studied in your BTD. Okay, so just please go through this processes, right? Otherwise you go through the notes which are uploaded in your WhatsApp group. With our official 4th semester group is there, no? I have already uploaded the first module notes over there. My handwritten notes are there. And if you go through each cycle, at least one cycle, one day. अगर समझो Carnot cycle है, so what are the processes involved in Carnot cycle, right? Go through each and every process, right? Try to solve one or two problems that are related to Carnot cycle, so you'll understand the things. So next day again you go with some other cycle, either Otto cycle, diesel cycle, or dual combustion cycle. एक एक दिन अगर एक एक साइकिल थोड़ा सा भी हम लोग सीखने का कोशिश करेंगे तो then it will be very easy for you. Okay, so I have seen some of the students, I think they are joining as a new, especially Praveen Madiwalkar. I think Praveen Madiwalkar has joined today. I think it is his first class. Then Ghazanfar Haryal is there, Mohammad Ghazanfar, right? So I think his class is also first. So all of you, please, immediately you can't understand these things. All of you go through the theory part related to this. Go through the theory part, right, which I have submitted in your group. एक बार देख लो, उसका प्रिंट आउट वगैरह कुछ निकालो. Please do arrangement for your studies. Okay, प्रिंट आउट निकालो. Otherwise you note down in one notebook. Okay, क्या क्या processes है, क्या क्या नहीं है. थोड़ा एक बार just you give some time for your preparation of notes and all. Okay, then you will come to know what exactly it is been there. Okay. Okay, if you are having any doubt in this problem, you can ask me in this problem number 3. एक problem number 3 में क्या तो doubt है तो पूछ सकते हैं. See, it is very simple problem, and this problem is asked in your external. The same problem I have taken for a reference. If any doubt you are having, you can ask me. 18M is 034. Faisal Inamdar, Ilyas Mullah, Prashant Kumar, Praveen, Sachin. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳ್ರಿ. If you are having any doubts, you can ask. Another 5 minutes is there, so if you are having any doubts, then we can discuss. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳ್ರಿ. ಹಂಗೆ please don't sit idle.
No, sir.
Okay, it is clear, no? See, again I am repeating, please start working on your assignments. Assignment के ऊपर थोड़ा वर्क करना चालू करो. See, unless and until you won't work on the assignments, it is very difficult for you to understand the subject, right? So please work on the assignments. रोज थोड़ा थोड़ा रोज एक क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट करने का कोशिश करो. It will be easy for you. It will be easy for you. Please attend your assignments, right? Okay, shall I wind up the session now? Hello, shall I wind up the session?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you all of you. Okay, thank you.